In the ancient region of the Gadarenes, the dead were kept far out on the rocky cliffside margins of society. These tombs weren't empty. A violent man lived among the burial sites, stripped of his humanity and his connection to the living. His daily reality was agonizing. Day and night he roamed the mountains alone, crying out and mutilating his own skin with sharp stones. Living among the dead and scarred by his own hands, he existed in a void where every social and psychological bond had been severed. The townspeople made desperate, repeated attempts to control him. They dragged heavy iron chains up the mountains to bind his hands and shackle his feet, but he would simply shatter the solid iron restraints that held him. He possessed an uncontrollable, entirely supernatural strength that terrified the entire region. The locals were trying to solve a deep psychological and spiritual crisis using external, physical restraints. When physical tools fail against a force of absolute chaos, society runs out of answers. Their only remaining response is abandonment. Across the water, Jesus and his disciples step onto the muddy shore. They just navigated a massive storm on the Sea of Galilee to reach this hostile location. From the rocky hills, the violent man spots Jesus and instantly charges straight toward the boat. The disciples expect an attack, but instead, the unstoppable man suddenly collapses to his knees in the dirt before Jesus. Jesus stands tall and perfectly calm. The demons inside the man cry out in terror, begging not to be tortured. They recognize his divine authority immediately. True authority doesn't need to engage in physical combat. Chaos inherently bows to it. Jesus calmly demands the entity's name. The reply is chilling. Legion, for we are many. This diagram illustrates the staggering scale of that answer. In the historical context of Rome, a legion represented a heavily armed military unit consisting of up to 6,000 soldiers. A full-scale, multi-layered military occupation had seized total control of the man's consciousness. Terrified of being cast into the abyss, the occupying spirits beg for an alternative. They point to a massive herd of about 2,000 pigs feeding on a nearby hillside. Jesus doesn't negotiate. He issues a single word: go. The massive herd of pigs becomes instantly possessed, stampeding violently off a steep precipice and plunging into the sea below. The spiritual physics at play here are remarkable. An army of thousands of entities is eradicated instantly by one spoken syllable of divine authority. When news reaches the nearby settlements, the townspeople hike out from the Decapolis to investigate the loss of their massive herd. They brace themselves to see a screaming madman. Instead, they find him washed, fully clothed, and sitting peacefully at the feet of Jesus in his right mind. As Jesus prepares to leave, the restored man begs to get into the boat with him. He wants to abandon this region and his painful past completely. Jesus refuses the request. He gives the man a new directive: go back to your family and share exactly what God has done. This restoration destroyed the internal darkness and replaced it with a sense of purpose that reconnected the man to his people. The legions in this account mirror the overwhelming struggles people face today, whether that's severe addiction, persistent anxiety, or a darkness that feels entirely out of control. No matter how heavy your chains are, you are never too far gone for the grace of God to reach you. Jesus is willing to cross stormy seas just to rescue one completely broken individual. If you believe God can break the chains in your life, drop an amen in the comments right now. Share this story to bring hope to someone fighting a battle today, and subscribe for more insights into these texts. There is no chain strong enough to withstand absolute authority.